Hey guys, it's Liv here, bringing you guys another video on the channel. I do want to first apologize, this video is insanely late. I had a version actually recorded to go up at 4 o'clock, which I then said no, it's going to go up at 5 o'clock because of the fact that I realized that I could guarantee 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock if I procrastinated a tiny bit or just spent a while making a thumbnail wasn't reasonable. So I'm not going to promise a time in this one. The other reason this is late is because one of the talking points got changed by an hour. Literally the second I finished recording, I got a ping in NCP, which I'll get into that in a bit. So that was dumb. That was really dumb. Grr D-Ray for that, because I had to re-record this update, but it's okay. I still love you, D-Ray. With that being said, though, if you guys do enjoy, of course, leave a like down below. Click all the links down below in the description. This is an update video. I think this is realistically part of the reason this update video is happening is because I didn't have content planned for today, but it could not have been a better time, in all honesty. Just looking at what's to come, I think it's a perfect time to update. I am also going to leave this entire background on the Pokemon Pro page unless if it says otherwise in the video, or unless I have to do otherwise, because I think it's a really good place to post for the teams. So I think you guys should all check this out. To be honest, I'll go over a quick demo, I guess, to start off the video, because I do have actually a point in this update that I do want to bring up regarding this, that you guys can of course help contribute with. So we're gonna do that first. So that the first chapter of this will be like a minute 30, and we're gonna title it Pokemon Pro. So for anyone who doesn't know, Pokemon Pro, Pedro ended up making this site. Joey's graphics artist, and also he does some of Joey's just general content in terms of editing and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. But he did make the site to showcase a bunch of teams from several different YouTubers. You probably know some that have him, like Joey, Blunder, MV, Jam, all have their links. On the VGC side, my good pal Moxie Boosted has a page as well. He has a ton of teams on. And it's really cool because you can post rental codes. You don't have to, I don't have to post rental codes in my teams, but I could. I do them because actually a lot of people have asked for them, so I figured why not. We also have Pace. You can click on the individual sets, like if you wanted my Moltres set, it's right here. If you want my Zygarde set, it's right here. You would do that for whatever Pokemon you want. I could show all 4 of these Pokemon at the same time, because why not? It says the tier that they're legal in, or the tier that they're built for. This is an Uber's Live, obviously. Here's the team paste. You literally just copy on that, and I can import this into Showdown. Oh, I'm gonna make a new team because I don't want to spoil stuff. But if I'm gonna go into my Builder tab now, obviously you guys can see has the Kyogre, the Palkia, the actually I'll just show right here. So you can see all 6 of the Pokemon, and they match all 6 of these right on my Pokemon Pro tab. See? There we go. Very beautiful. So that is it pretty much for the Pokemon Pro tab, I guess. Now something real quick that I do want to mention is one, the URL. I'll mention the URL real quick because that is very important to mention, obviously. But the URL for this is pkmn.pro/OliviaSama, no space. Obviously you can click that. You can also click on any of my links on this. This brings you to my YouTube, this brings you to my Twitch, and this brings you to my Twitter. So I guess if anyone found me through that, you're welcome. But this obviously does have my links alongside, of course, my channel obviously has all those links as well. So just figured I would mention that because there is something real quick that I could use a lot of help with. Now, for anyone who is willing to, and I want people who are specifically willing to loan me their rental spots. Now, what this would entail is I will trade you whatever team it is that you're putting up. For, of course, it's teams that I'm already featuring. So what I'll probably do is I'll have a space in my Discord for it, which will be linked down below. I'll get into that later. But what I'm going to have is for anyone who's willing to give rental team spaces, I will trade you a copy of the team personally. And then in return, you'll put up the rental code until the team becomes illegal. So either that or until it becomes so out of meta that something changes to where you could never run the team. But it would pretty much only be when the team becomes illegal, pretty much. So for example, the Uber teams probably will never go bad because of the fact that, I mean, they're Ubers, though obviously if something was to get added or something was to change in the format to where you couldn't do this, both these Uber teams are fine because they don't need Dynamax to be broken. They're still going to be really broken. But for some reason, if let's say for some reason whatever Kyogre got banned, then obviously both these teams would get banned. You could delete the rental code at that point, it wouldn't matter. Or if Urshifu or Zygarde got banned, you could delete the team or whatever. But until either stuff gets banned, or unless I DM'd you specifically, hey, you could take the team down, I updated it or something, if you keep the rental code up, if people who actually are going to use their rental codes, obviously I know some people to put up rental codes for themselves, perfectly fine. I don't need you to give me your space. I appreciate the gesture, but I'm really only looking for people who will never use their rental code spaces. And if that applies to you, hit me a DM on Discord. I have my server down below. You're more than welcome to even just at me in your server, just letting me know you're welcome to do this, that you're willing to do this. Because even among my 2 switches, I only have so many rental code spaces, and I think, and I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure my rental code space is linked between my 2 switches for some reason. Which, if that's the case, I only have 5. Otherwise, I have 10. Might have just loaded in something wrong, but regardless, I'll have to look into that. Regardless, though, anyone who is willing to contribute, that would obviously be great. The more people that do contribute, the more teams that I can obviously rent out for people. And that means that obviously more people can have more teams. And I think it's a really cool function of this site, obviously. Because obviously anyone can use like the pace option and like load it on Showdown, but to also get to use them for Wi-Fi battles, it'll help a ton. Because even if like I've used the team before and like I'm battling you with something, it's still a matter of like you using the team yourself and like playing it maybe differently than I did, or also the fact that you could use someone else could use it against like their favorite YouTuber or something. So it does help a lot. It'll help with just generally getting Wi-Fi battles into the system, and it helps just with more Wi-Fi content for everyone. So I think that obviously it's a really cool way to do that. I was actually going to build my own site to do specifically for rental codes. I wasn't going to do anything like this. I was just going to specifically do like a rental code site to showcase just like screenshots of rental codes with teams. But then Pedro literally hit me up like the day before I was going to start doing that. So saves Pedro, because my website would have been a lot like really, really ugly. And I wouldn't have known. I would literally just title it like rental code, and I would just use it as like a... Actually, I probably wouldn't have even done a website. I would have probably just done like a drive link with like rental code screenshots, because that would have been so much easier to manage. I could have foldered it, because I don't like coding websites. I suck. But anyway, tangent over for that. I am really glad, of course, for Pedro for giving me the opportunity for this. And again, it's so much of a nicer job than I could have ever done. So I do genuinely appreciate Pedro for reaching out. It is such an honor to be on this site, especially with a ton of other big names. The fact that I was even considered at all it really means a lot. So yeah, next up in the video, what I want to talk about, I'm still going to leave it on the screen, by the way, but I am going to talk about the next topic. So the next chapter, 7 minutes in, we're going to be talking about our other links down below, because there is some other stuff I do want to manage, but I talk about before we talk about the YouTube stuff specifically. I don't know why I'm talking about the YouTube stuff last, but I think it kind of makes sense to do in this order, because the next thing, I already covered the Discord stuff, at least. So basically, we have links down below to our Discord, our Twitch, our Twitter, etc. I do recommend you guys following me for these, because they will make the next points of the video a lot easier to manage, whether that's our going live on Twitch, which I'm going to try and stream around 3 days a week, at least an hour and a half, starting hopefully tonight, but I think I've honestly gotten so behind at this point I might have to do tomorrow for our next stream. We're going to try and do some Insurgents Nuzlocke. Luke, if you're watching this, you're welcome. I know you've been begging me for months. But yeah, so we're going to try and stream at least 3 or 4 times a week. And then that link is down below. Obviously, you could follow me on Twitch, get notified. My Twitter as well, you can follow me. I'll be tweeting that out there. As long as all my videos, I always tweet out those as well. My Discord server, there's roles to get notified for YouTube and for Twitch stuff, so you could be updated, because again, especially with the YouTube stuff, there's a lot of chaotic stuff the next couple of weeks that will only really be chaotic for the next week or two. But once they do get past, like week 3 on, should be really like straightforward. So I do want to, of course, make sure I preface that. If you join the Discord especially, you will make sure you keep up with all my content as long as you put the roles for it. And even if you don't want to get pinged for it, we have a chat specifically for it, so you can just check that every day and see what's going up and what isn't going up. Regardless, though, now we're going to get into the actual YouTube schedule stuff, because this is where things get a bit chaotic. I will start by prefacing that we would have had 2 videos up tomorrow. Sundays for the next few weeks, we would have had 2 videos up for. However, next week, this week specifically, we will not. Because, as I mentioned yesterday, I accidentally deleted my UBL footage and my Hive footage. Hive, I'm just not going to bother. It was a loss. It was the last week in the season. I was already out of playoffs, so it was just the end of our season. And I hate post-comming, and it's Showdown as well, so it's not even going to like look pretty. So I just spoiled that one outright. I am sorry, of course, for spoiling that. It sucks that I couldn't finish out the season, but it's just 1 week. It's not going to impact. Whereas like UBL at least middle of the season, and it's upload required as well. So I do kind of have to upload that with postcom, even if I'm not going to like it, and have to trim my opponent's footage. But my opponent is out of town until Monday. So UBL will not be going up Sunday. I'll get into when it's going up in a bit, because I'm going to cover what is going up tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we have the NCP draft analysis, which, as I mentioned, we ended up getting the time changed literally the moment I finished recording this. The draft stream is now going to be at 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. So what that basically means is it should be, there's a schedule for it as well. They're expecting to finish around 2:30 EST. So assuming that's correct, our draft analysis will go live at 3 p.m. EST, because I'm not doing a half-hour mark for an upload. That's dumb. I didn't like doing 15-minute marks or 45-minute marks. I'm doing an hour mark. So we're doing 3 p.m. EST for our draft analysis. If for some reason the stream does run late, however, we'll just do a 4 p.m. EST upload. I highly doubt it will be later than that, but I would check at 3 p.m. EST, and if it's not up by like 3:05, I'm going to schedule it anyway. But if it somehow is not up by then check back at like 4. It should be up by then. Regardless, though, as I said, Discord will ping for it either way when it goes live. I would expect 3 o'clock though. In terms of our Monday upload, this week we're probably just gonna have a wipe-up battle. I am looking to test my final Ubers team that I built myself. That is really, really good in my opinion. It honestly probably is like a just under the Cartana team with like Cali webs. It's like the step below that. It's definitely above the Palkia Rain, which I will probably update that team actually in the near future, because I did run some tests with the new Palkia set that hopefully will help me not get walled as badly by Blissey, though I do still have a bit to go. I want to wait until I like really perfect that team before I update it, because I'm not just going to update like a draft 2 and a draft 3, because that's going to suck for Pedro, obviously. So regardless, so I do have a team that I want to try and get a wipe battle with Monday. So if possible, I am going to get that in. In terms of Tuesday's upload, somewhere between the Tuesday and Thursday range, we're gonna have UBL up. Now I'm gonna try for Tuesday. I'm gonna really try for Tuesday. However, I cannot guarantee it. If it's not up Tuesday, we'll do some sort of other discussion video. It really depends, truthfully, on how I feel post-comming. Because I'm gonna be honest, post-comming sucks. I hate doing it. I loved doing it before, but I hate doing it now, and I genuinely couldn't tell you why. I think it's partially just the fact that I hate trying to remember back what I did, and when I realized how easy it is to live com, I just don't want to post-com again. So yeah, I am gonna be honest, I couldn't tell you if I really would, like, the post-com is gonna probably be inferior. I know some people really like my post-coms, and that's great. I'm glad that there are people that do, because it means that I'm not wasting my time doing it. However, it's gonna probably be something that's put off till Thursday, if I'm being honest. So I expect it Tuesday, because I'm gonna really try and like push it out for Tuesday, and like if it's not gonna be good quality, I'm not gonna upload it, but I'm gonna try and at least like just grind through the post-comming, because it's gonna suck, because I absolutely hate it. And I'm gonna have to also trim up live com footage too, which is gonna suck even more because it was a long game. Regardless though, it is what it is. Wednesday, unless I finish up the UBL vid for Wednesday for some reason, which my guess is I'm either gonna put it off all the way till Thursday because that's the last available day I have, or I'm going to do it on Tuesday because I want to get it over with. But if for some reason I upload UBL on Wednesday, this will just be at Thursday. But otherwise, we're going to be doing Drill Down on Wednesday. We're going to be doing Zarude for Drill Down, because I really want to do that mod for a while. It's a really cool mod, honestly. I think I have a lot to say about it. I think in terms of at least content creators, I think in terms of the like content creating draft sphere, I'd probably have the best merit to talk about Zarude, if I'm being honest, because I have a finals appearance with it. I also have drafted it in a NatDex league as well. And while I, to be fair, bombed my NatDex league with it, I think at the very least I have stuff I can mention that I learned from with it, especially in comparison to my Wi-Fi league. So I do think I at least have a solid footing ground to start with that mod. So I think it'll be a cool, like a really easy way to just start with a series. I'm going to be trying to record that tomorrow, so that means I'll try and get it for Wednesday. So realistically, I'm going to record it Tuesday night, forgetting that I didn't record it, and then I'm going to be rush editing it on Wednesday morning. But regardless, so again, all these uploads are going to be at 2. I'm going to try for this on Wednesday, though if I push off the post-com and for some reason do it and get it up for Wednesday, this will just be Thursday, and that'll be the new Drill Down upload date. But point is, expect Drill Down to be going up starting this week, either Wednesdays or Thursdays. And that'll make more sense why we chose like a middle of the week in a bit, because I'm going to get into our Friday and then Saturday uploads starting this week. So Friday upload, we're going to be doing Showdown Lives every Friday. I did get a comment recently, and I mentioned this is actually a lucky one, that people wanted to see more Showdown Lives, specifically from one commentator. It was really only one person who asked, but I love doing Showdown Lives, and I just never really get around to doing them, which is really weird, because as I said, I do enjoy it. It's never my first choice of content, I guess, even though I have a lot of fun doing them. I think, to be fair, the Yu-Yu one is actually a really good representation of why I don't regularly ladder on Showdown for content, but I do think still that I definitely could do it, and I think that it would be really fun to do. So I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and hold myself to doing it at least once a week. Obviously, if there's a week I just don't get a good live, I'm just going to try and do something else. But I'm going to try at least doing one live a week, and I'll try and get like better teams on my UU one, because as I said, that was insanely rushed, to be fair. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a great builder, so it's going to be hard to really like get a Showdown Live team every week that can actually perform on ladder, because it's a lot easier versus like Wi-Fi battles when you're just doing one battle. But when you're consistently losing like 4 or 5 games in a row, it definitely does add up, and it just makes it a lot more dredging to record. So it's a lot higher of a standard I hold my Showdown Lives teams to. Like the Reggie Lucky one was performing really well before the vid. I think I went like 4-2 or something with it before the vid, and I was like, okay, you know what, this team, and all the wins were really dominant and all the losses were really close. So I felt really comfortable with that before the live, even though I was improving it the entire time. So it's just more so, as I said, it's a really different standard. So I do definitely want to try and like get lives out every Friday, and I think it's manageable, but it's gonna be a pain. We'll see. It's really just gonna be a pain to get like teams that are good enough for it. So that'll be, I guess, the biggest issue. But we'll see what happens with that. And then now at the 15-minute 35-second mark, we're gonna be going into the final portion of this video, which is going to be the next week of content on. So we're gonna start on Saturday. Saturday at some point, I've confirmed with Mid. This is as far as I know. That our BBR draft stream, Mid is going to be hosting, so I'm going to link Mid's stuff down below, along with, I don't know why I didn't mention it when I did the NCP stuff, but I'm going to link D-Ray and Owen's stuff as well down below, because D-Ray and Owen are co-hosting the NCP draft stream. Mid said that he's hosting the BBR one. I don't know who he's hosting with, but he is at least hosting it, and it's going to be on the 14th. There is no set time for it. So again, this is one of those things where you should follow me on Twitter, check out my Discord. I'm going to be notifying in both places when the video goes live, because I could not tell you when the BBR draft analysis is going live. Mid doesn't even know when the stream is going to start, let alone end. So why can I promise you a time that the video is going to go live when I don't even know when the range of the stream, how long it's going to be, or whatever it's going to be? So it'll just happen on Saturday. That's all I know. So draft analysis will go up on Saturday. It might be like 9 o'clock for all I know, but it'll be the hour mark after the stream finishes. That's all I can really promise now. Sunday, from that week on, we're doing UBL and NCP. This is the only exception to the general 2 p.m. EST rule, is until UBL finishes, NCP will be at 5 p.m. EST, and UBL will be at noon. Reason I'm doing this is because UBL was first, so I'm going to upload UBL at the earlier time. And also I did UBL at noon last week anyway, so I mean, it kind of works. But yeah, no, so that's going to be the plan. That way then we give enough spacing to where I could justify doing it. If enough people would prefer 7 o'clock over 5 o'clock, I'll do that. But I would need enough people in the comments or like in my Discord to specifically mention it. And if enough people do, I will. And I'll mention that in like the BBR video or something, just to like forewarn people if that changes. But for now, expect it at 5 o'clock for NCP. I'll also actually ask it in my NCP draft analysis too. I'll make sure to ask that. Once UBL ends, whether that's playoffs or otherwise, we're gonna go to 2 p.m. for NCP, and I'll make sure to preface that the week before anyway, or like in the UBL vid, and then I'll mention it in like the vid before that NCP one, that tomorrow's vid is gonna be back at 2 o'clock or something. So that way then it gives enough people time to watch over, and etc. etc. So that's our Sunday uploads. That was definitely the more complex one to cover. Mondays from next Monday, well, from a week from this Monday on, so that would be starting on the 16th. We're gonna be having BBL going up. Now, BBL is not doing a draft stream, so I can guarantee this one will go up at 2 o'clock. You cannot pay me to do a draft stream. I hate them to death. So BBL will go up on Mondays at 2 o'clock. I'm really looking forward to this BBL season. I think it's going to be a fun season. I have a great team, in my opinion. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say it's like slightly less brain dead than last time, but last time's team was really hard to beat, to be fair. I do think it's a lot of fun, though. I enjoyed BBL to death. I love the thumbnails, and I got to give a massive shout out to Owen as well. He taught me how to actually how to go in the summary screen and push in on the trigger to get action shots, because it's so much easier than Pokemon Camp. So Owen, I absolutely love you for that. Amazing person. Again, check out Owen. I cannot thank him enough. That saves me so much time, because I had to record like hours. Well, not like hours. I probably spent like 10 minutes of Pokemon though getting the exact camp shot I wanted, and then screenshotting it out. So it was a nightmare. This takes like a minute tops. So yeah, shout out to Owen for that, of course. So Tuesdays, from then on, we're going to be like Wi-Fi battles or FFAs. Thursdays will be the other, unless it's a drill down day. Wednesdays or Thursdays will be drill down. Point is, though, is that Tuesday through Thursday thing, expect Wi-Fi battle on Tuesday or FFA, I'm not sure which. And then the Wednesday or Thursday, expect 2 of the 3. Drill down will definitely not be Tuesday, though, I can say that much. Regardless, though, we're going to try and bring FFAs to the channel as well. They might even start this week, in all honesty, but I don't think they're going to start until next week. We have a small group of people for FFAs. I'm not going to really look to expand that group either. It's because while it is obviously an availability thing, it'll just be when they happen. And I'm going to try and really push in every recording session I'm in to do Tuesday or Thursday uploads, but we'll see. Obviously it could change, but I mean, I'll probably upload mine regardless on Tuesday or Thursday, just because that's when my uploads are free. But yeah, I don't think anyone else really has any schedules besides like Owen maybe. Most of the people already have like draft stuff on the weekends anyway, so I think I could probably get that to pass. Regardless though, I do anticipate that that'll probably be our FFA upload dates, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it'll probably be it'll be whatever drill down isn't, and whatever day Wi-Fi battle isn't. We'll do FFAs. That won't really be a fixed schedule because Wi-Fi battles in FFAs will probably be very interchangeable just based on who's around for them. Because especially it's really particular just trying to get a good FFA group together, because you want to make sure for recording for 4 people's worth of vids, even on the low end, that's like probably an hour's worth of recording, probably closer to an hour and a half on average, because you have to do the in-between stuff. There's obviously like the making sure you're setting up well and all that, and connecting to each other and all that. It's a whole process. So making sure you have the right people for it. It can suck if you're not recording with a good FFA group and you're recording for that long. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, obviously. So I do want to obviously make sure that I get good FFA groups together, which means that I'm not just going to pull anyone. So I'm really only pulling people who I've like talked a lot with, like in call, because then I know like there's chemistry there. I don't mind doing new stuff with like Showdown Lives, etc. with new people, because that's an easy way to experiment. And if it's not great synergy, it's not great synergy. It's like a half hour wasted. It's on Showdown, and at the very least, I mean, if I really need to, in Showdown Live, it's a lot easier to start just narrating a game. Whereas in FFA, it really depends on the synergy of the people. So that's why I'm going to be very particular about that, especially. So before anyone asks, since I did mention FFAs are coming, like I'll ask you if I want you to be in one, but otherwise, I mean, that's just going to really be kept to people, like specific people. So don't comment asking, I guess, is what I'm asking. And then as I said, Fridays will be shown on lives. So yeah, that should cover everything on the channel. If anyone has any questions of anything to come or anything they would like to see and I can maybe try and fit it in, would love to hear it. Random discussion videos that aren't drill down are going to come just as I feel like it, and they'll be on the Tuesday, Thursday midsection of whenever I'm not doing drill down, to be honest. Or they might even take over Showdown Live one week if I just don't have a team, but I'm going to try and really keep the Showdown Lives at least once a week. Regardless though, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new. We just hit 150 subs, which is honestly great. That's another reason this video just made sense to make today. There was too many reasons to make it today. Honestly, the stars just perfectly aligned. With that said though, I'm going to render this video and try and hopefully get it up for 7, but my guess is going to be up for 8. Oh, I've been so good about not uploading at 8 o'clock. What the fuck am I doing? We'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.